What's poppin', guys? It's Hoodie from Hoodie Plays, and today we have the team builder for week 3 of the GGDLVGC. And this week we are taking on Coach EddieUsedYawn and the Anaheim Mighty Ducklets. If you guys get a chance, please go check out the description below where it has a link to Eddie's Twitch channel. He's super close to getting a sub button. He plays Dead by Daylight. He plays, I think it's Smite. I'm pretty sure that's the game. I'm sorry if that's not the game, but he plays a lot of Dead by Daylight. So go check him out. He's super close and a very nice guy, so definitely go push him over the line. But his team is pretty scary. I wouldn't say we have the greatest team matchup this week. I've also been like slightly feeling better this week, so I've been doing more things and coincidentally not had as much time as normal because I've been feeling better, which doesn't really make sense, but because I've been healthier, I've been working more and feeling and like doing the things that have been on the back burner for me for a while. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with that. But basically, the team matchup is, I would say, a little bit in his favor, but we definitely have some stuff. So his team is Urshifu Rapid Strike is his G-Max. So he has the Water Urshifu G-Max. He has Indeedee Female. He has Chandelure, Dragalge, Klinklang, Miltank, Glaceon, Whimsicott, Rotom Fan, Claydol, and Throw. So he has a lot of things like you have to worry about, like Whimsicott with Talonflame for the Urshifu. You have to worry about Indeedee Female with Follow Me for the Urshifu. You have to worry about like the Chandelure just brings a lot. You have to worry about Trick Room, Dragalge. You have to worry about like Klinklang setting up and like beating your team. Like there's a lot of pretty scary things on his team to deal with. I think his like whatever they're called, tier 4s or tier 5s, whatever they are. They're not the best with Claydol, Throw, and then like Miltank. Like Miltank is able to do things, but it's a Glaceon, I should say. They're not like the best. They're not really able to do too much. So I think that we have a pretty big benefit there because ours that you have to deal with are like BEHEEYEM, Ditto, Kangaskhan, and Manectric. And those are just like a lot better in my opinion than Throw, Claydol, Miltank, and Glaceon. But it's going to be pretty hard for us to stop the Tailwind, especially if he runs like Whimsicott Indeedee. We literally cannot stop the Tailwind. So let's kind of go over what we have brought for this week. We are going to lead off with Pulisic as always because Pulisic is our main member of the team pretty much. He comes every single week in some variant, whether he's the star or the not. I would not consider him the star this week, but he's definitely good. He may be the star. Who knows? But so we're bringing Jolly this week. We're bringing Bounce so that we have Airstream, because if we Airstream, we outspeed the Urshifu even after Tailwind. If we're not able to do the Tailwind, if we're not able to stop the Tailwind, we are also able to Iron Head and Pyro Ball. Iron Head's good. It's good against Urshifu because it changes our type, but because his special move crits us, it actually doesn't matter too much, like to get the defense boost. And then we have Pyro Ball, just because Pyro Ball is able to like one-shot Klinklang if it maxes, because that thing is like kind of scary. And then it also one-shots Rotom Fan and stuff like that. Because versus Whimsicott, we're probably going to Iron Head or Bounce like every time, because we don't want to stay as Fire type most of the time. I also didn't bring Sucker Punch this week because I assumed that Psychic Terrain would be up. In one way or another, you will see the other way other than his Indeedee Female that it'll be up. But I assume that Psychic Terrain would be up. It is good against Chandelure and good against Indeedee, but like if you can't get rid of the Terrain, there's no point in running it. So I'm just going to run Protect on it just in case. I don't know which scenarios we could be in, but over Sucker Punch, I figured that Protect might be good in certain situations against this team. So that's number 1 is my boy Pulisic. Number 2 is Scrafty. One of our main leads this week is actually Pulisic Scrafty, and that's if he leads like Urshifu Whimsicott, because we can fake out the Whimsicott and then we can Steel Spike into the Whimsicott. So we kill it. It doesn't get up. Tailwind, and then we get a +1 defense boost, and it's intimidated because Kovacic is in. And so, like, if it's not using its special move, which if it uses Surging Strike and we max and turn Steel type, it's not doing much to us anyway. But if it doesn't, then it's at a -2 attack into us with whatever max move it does. I'm assuming it'll max, but I'm not sure. So we're bringing Fake Out, which is good against everything when Indeedee's not on the field. Lash Out is good against a lot of stuff, close combat, and then Zen Headbutt specifically because number one, it gives us a win condition with flinches, and it'll also be boosted by the fact that Psychic Terrain will probably be up a lot in this match. And number two, we don't have a way to hit Dragalge, so I just wanted some way to like not auto lose to Dragalge. And we are running leftovers and not Assault Vest this week because the Assault Vest was needed on something else. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're going for with Kovacic. He'll be pretty good this week. So then we have Billy Gilmore, who is in there for this is the second mode. As we do a lot of times with my teams in this league so far, we kind of have two different modes with our team and two different modes that can like semi coexist with each other. I feel like that's the best way to do it because if you can drastically change your strategy from game 1 to game 2, it's so much harder for your opponent to be able to predict what you're going to do for game 3, even if you lose. And then also you have room to make adjustments if your team is able to do stuff like that. But anyways, so this week we have Copycat, Coaching, Protect, and Payback. Ooh, the spicy Payback. So you're probably wondering why that's there. I will get to that in a second. But Copycat is there because we are running Kai Havertz this week. Shout out to my boy Kai Havertz. Also, shout out to Chelsea for winning 3-1 week 1 of the English Premier League. Let's fucking go Blues. But yeah, so we are running Trick Room, Kai Havertz. So basically, we max and we max guard, and then we copycat the max guard, which allows our Riolu to set up a priority Trick Room, which is super, super good versus his team. His Urshifu is able to swing into us with like a dark move or whatever, but if it does, we get the Trick Room off. It does not kill us, and we are also able to, because I believe it's max darkness goes through max guard. I'm like 95% sure. But then we get the weakness policy. We don't die to it. We get our weakness policy. Where is it? There. We get the weakness policy, and then we're blowing everything back with like expanding force, energy ball, and dark pulse. Those three combination. So expanding force, able to hit the Urshifu, able to hit the Dragalge, able to hit the throw, and then energy ball, able to hit the Urshifu, also able to hit the Claydol, and then dark. Also, it gets rid of the terrain. That's another reason why that's there, just in case we need fake out to win a game. I'm able to get rid of the psychic terrain. Most of the time, I don't want to, but I'm able to get rid of it if I need to. And then we have dark pulse, which hits the Indeedee, the Chandelure. It hits the Rotom Fan and the Claydol, all for super. Well, not the Rotom Fan, but it one shots the Rotom Fan. So that is that. And so the reason that we have payback on Billy Gilmore this week is because he is able to self-proc the weakness policy on our dude, on our Kai Havertz. And because we have a negative attack nature and a 0 IV in attack, our attack is still 130. That's actually crazy. But it's still very low. And so it actually doesn't do very much damage to us, especially when we're max. And we're also 0 speed IV. And so we underspeed literally every Pokemon that's on the field for his team that's not named Dragalge. Also, we are 0 speed. We are 0 speed Havertz because we want to get the analytic boost if we're not in Trick Room. And in Trick Room, the only way that we outspeed the Dragalge is if we are 0 speed with a negative speed nature. So that is why we are the way that we are. And our last Pokemon, or second to last Pokemon? I think second to last. We have Milotic, which is just overall good against his team. He has a ton of special attackers. Indeedee, Chandelure, Dragalge, Kling Klang is able to be a special attacker. Glaceon, Whimsicott, Rotom Fan, Claydol. This thing is able to sponge hits from literally every single Pokemon, and it's able to hit back. So if Dragalge hits it with like a Max Wormwind or something, it is not able to kill us, and we are able to swing back with an Ice Beam at +2 and actually one-shot it if it's max. And so that's super, super good. We have Scald if we want to, if we need to burn something. Say we need to burn like the Kling Klang. Say we need to burn like the Miltank. Say we need to burn like the Throw or the Urshifu. I don't know why we would, but this gives us something to swing into the Urshifu with. And then Muddy Water just lowers accuracy pretty good. Brutal Swing also there. Probably not going to use this too much, but it is there as a win condition because it allows us to be able to hit the Indeedee female for super effective and the Chandelure for super effective. But the main thing is it self procs our weakness policy again, and it does like 0/0 damage to Havertz. And then our last Pokemon this week is we are bringing Timo Werner, the Manectric. He has not been in a couple weeks, and I think people are starting to sleep on him again, which is why we bring him back out. This thing is gross. If he's ever tier 4 again, somebody made a mistake. So I am Lightning Rod, so I'm able to eat up the max Lightning from Urshifu if it's going into the Milotic. Why did my PC just like turn off? What the heck? Oh no, it's back. That's weird. I'm able to eat the max lightning if the Urshifu does it. I'm able to eat max lightning from the Klinkling and the Rotom Fan, as well as I'm able to put a scarf onto stuff like the Indeedee female, like the Chandelure, like the Klinkling, so it's not able to shift. It'll be stuck in shift gear. I'm also able to just scarf Snarl, which against his team is really really good on like literally every Pokemon that's not named Urshifu. So like Indeedee, that's good. Chandelure, that's good. Glaceon, that's good. Rotom Fan, that's good. Whimsicott, that's good. Claydol, that's good. Dragalge, it's amazing. Like super super good. And then Volt Switch just for a little bit of pivoting. Probably not going to click Volt Switch too often, but there are specific scenarios where Volt Switch is the optimal play. And us being Scarf allows us to outspeed Urshifu even in Tailwind. So we are chillin'. Big chillin'. But that is our team for this week. Remember to go check out. He should be ready in like 2 seconds. This video is going to go up today, but then the battle will go up a couple days later or the next day. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, definitely go check out Eddie's channel. This is the team for this week. We need this win. This win would be massive. It pretty much guarantees us the playoffs if we win. There's only 8 weeks in our regular season, and this would put us to 4-1. Going into our back-to-back non-conference games. So this would be really, really big. Really, really hope that we can pull this off. But yeah, so I will see you guys with the battle in a couple days. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out Eddie. I'll see you guys next time. Later.